Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today. This is Diamond Painting with Coco. My name's Rainy. Coco is my Chihuahua. So if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see and choose to stay. Please hit the subscribe button. I do everything diamond painting, so if there's anything you want to know about diamond painting, it is on this channel, trust me. And if you can't find something that you're looking for that has to do with diamond painting, I'm sure I could do it. So let me just move you a little bit. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed that pan over of Simon. I have shaky hands. So it's just a thing. I can't control it. So my hands are shaky. I try to do my best. But yeah, my phone is crooked. But you know, it is what it is. So he turned out amazing. I mean, that, wow. See, I almost did it again. Just a minute. I was on my wrong storage kit. I'm not. At some point, I will get used to this. I had a really good time doing Simon. Simon is Captured by Radiance. And their canvases, their renderings, their charting is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Huge fan. Huge fan. So let's move this down. If you want to know more about my kit up system, I have several videos on, well, I have one long video of several segments of me doing the system, switching over to a new system. So this, just before I start, this version of Simon was a round. That was an accident. It was not supposed to be a round. It was supposed to be a square. And it was just an accident. So they are all of the Simon canvases are now squares. If you purchase a canvas of Simon, it will be a square. So, in case you were wondering, they're all resin drills. So yeah, I have a link in the description for a code if you would like to use my code for 15% off your purchase. So it's Coco 15 at checkout. I am an affiliate for them. So, okay. So 154. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Things have been busy for me in some aspects of my life and very slow in other aspects of my life. So I'm running the gamut here. I'm running the gamut. Yeah. I've been watching some crazy stuff. I've been telling you guys lately about these TikToks on these are different on YouTube that I have been watching, and I came across, like, there's this whole, okay, 169. This is a different color, so I have so many stickers. Yay, right here. It's like a compilation of like story time. Like, so it's basically like people telling their stories of things that have happened to them. I think a lot of the stories are made up. Yeah, I think a lot of the stories are made up. That's fine. It's still a story, you know, but yeah, some of them I'm like, girl, it's all women. I haven't seen a guy yet. Do one. So look at these colors. Yeah. Different. But Like there was this one girl's story and I'm like, what? So basically she says that she met this guy on some dating site. Okay, I'm not going to scrape these off. On a dating site. I don't know what dating site. I don't know anything about dating sites. But she said he seemed really nice. He was Italian. He was really tall. I guess he was like 6'4" or something. 6'2", 6'4", whatever. And so they had been talking for a while. And finally decided, hey, you know, let's meet. Let's go out on a date. And she was feeling really comfortable about it because, like, at this point, they had been talking for quite some time. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine. Yeah, and so he's like, well, I can come pick you up. Okay, girls, ladies, women. No. Always meet somebody. But, you know, these are young people. I mean, that's typically the crowd on TikTok is like super young people, you know. So he comes and gets her. Well, when he gets to her house, he's got a necklace, a bracelet, something else. I can't remember. Oh, these are mixed. Darn it. And something else. And they were all like, she called them bas or something like that. She's like, it was so weird because this is what she said. She goes, it was so weird because that's like my favorite type of jewelry. So it was really high-end jewelry. I don't know the name, but she said it. And I was just like, it's a what? I don't know what that is. But, oh, and in the video, I noticed, because she was showing the jewelry, she's still wearing it. Oh, this one's mixed too. She was still wearing it. So I'm like, wait. Okay, so you're still wearing all of the jewelry. Maybe it was just to show us, but I'll get to that point. Yeah, this one's mixed too. Dang it. These had gotten mixed from the early on. I'm slowly going through and fixing them. So she was shocked. She was like, oh my gosh, this is like the first time we're even meeting. And he has bought me like these really high-end pieces of jewelry. And it's her favorite kind. Like her absolute favorite kind. And she didn't really think too much of it, but she was kind of like a little uncomfortable because she was like, like this is really expensive jewelry. I'm not sure if I feel comfortable accepting this, especially on a first date, but she did. So, you know, she puts it on and stuff, and she's, you know, oh my gosh, thank you so much. He also brought her flowers. I'm like, dang. Oh yeah, that was a really good call. And he took her to like this really nice restaurant. And they ate and everything. And everything seemed, you know, really fine. And so they're talking, they're totally getting along. Like, she's like, oh my gosh, like this guy is everything. Like we like the same stuff. Like, you know, he was focused on me. Like, he was a complete gentleman. Like, you know, this date's going really well. So on the way home, he was going to drive her home. And so on the way home, he put in some music. And the music that came up was, the songs and the music that was coming up were her favorite bands. And one of them, I can't remember who she said it was. Let's check this because this just looks like it might be a little different. One of the groups she said is very obscure. It's a very obscure group that's not really well known. And he had one of the songs playing. And she's like, wait, you like this group? And he's like, yeah, it's one of my, yeah, this was completely different. He's like, yeah, this is one of my favorite groups. And she goes, oh, can you put on, you know, insert name of song here. And he's like, yeah, totally. So he puts the song on and she's like, this is my favorite song. And so he's like, mine too. And so she's singing the lyrics and she's noticing he doesn't know the lyrics. And then, but she thought maybe he's just trying to be cute, like, you know, like quirky and weird and is uncomfortable and doesn't want to freaking, you know, sing in front of her or whatever. A lot of people are like that. So she was like, okay. So he takes her home, drops her off. Everything was great. So a little while passes and he's like, hey, you know, how's it going? What are you up to? And she's like, not much, you know, working. Why did I grab this? What? Oh, it wasn't. Oh, what? Okay, I didn't put these in order. This is so... Wait, but they are in order, aren't... I don't... Oh... Let's just keep going. They're not in order, you guys. I didn't put them in order. Let's do that real quick while I'm talking. So, but they are, though. Not totally. So he's like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, you know, just working, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, me too. And he's like, hey, do you want to go on another date? And she's like, absolutely. And he's like, cool. He's like, so what do you want to do? And she's like, I don't know, you pick, you know. So he's like, okay. So they go out on another date. And that date also goes really well. And at this point, she's like, now she's like starting to tell like her family, like, I've gone out on 2 dates with this guy. Like he seems really cool, blah, blah, blah. There's no like weird signs, nothing like that. Like he's just like really cool. She goes, but in the back of her mind, I'm going to set the fairy dust over here because we're doing those separate. Where's the other ones? But in the back of her mind, she couldn't get it out of her head about the songs, the stuff that they were talking about at dinner, because it was just like, what? Wow, like, dang, like, we're like basically twins, okay? So, on the second date, she's like, yeah, you pick. He takes her to like one of her favorite places ever. And they're pulling up and she's like, wow. She's like, you're not going to believe this, but this is like my favorite restaurant. And he's like, it is? She's like, yeah. She's like, did you know that? Have you been talking to like somebody I know? And he's like, no, I haven't. I swear I have not talked to anybody. And she's like, are you sure? Because like, this is literally my favorite restaurant of all time. He's like, I swear I have not talked to anybody. She's like, okay. And you know, again, little, you know, keep in the back of your mind type of a thing. And so they eat and stuff like that. He takes her back home, rinse and repeat, right? And he hasn't tried anything with her, and she's feeling really comfortable because he hasn't like come on to her too strong. He's not being like feely or grabby. He's not like, you know, trying to give her awkward hugs or anything like that. He's just being a complete gentleman. He had also purchased something else. I can't remember what it was for her for that second date. And, sorry, 3. And then this one. Hold on. My brain is trying. Oh, nope. Nope. It would be this one. So again, takes her home. Doesn't ask to come in. Doesn't try to be intrusive. Doesn't say, hey, do you want to invite me in? Or, hey, should we have, you know, none of that. None of that. And, sorry guys, I'm almost done. Okay. Yep. Yep. And, oh, this one. Okay, we've got it. We've got it. We've got it. Okay, and I'll leave those over there and then we'll deal with that. So I do need to go back, don't I? No, because then, okay, 501. So she's like, wow, you know, oh my gosh. And he had told her, so this was in New York. So he had 2 apartments. He had one in one part of New York and he had a condo in another part of New York. I don't know New York, so I don't know where these places are, but she was describing it and stuff like that. And, oops, $4.98. Why does this keep getting in the wrong place? I don't know. This one keeps getting in the wrong spot, like every time I open this. So he asks her on another date. Now this will be date 3. Oh, we've got 2 colors here. Okay. I don't have a 502. Yes, I do. Okay. He asks her on another date, but this time he's like, hey, do you want to bring like a friend? I'll bring a friend. You know, let's make this a thing. Like, let's go out. Like, let's go to a club. She's like, yeah. So now she's really feeling like, dang, you know, I mean, this guy's for real. Like, he's got friends, you know, he's not weird. He had a really nice car. I mean, nice clothes, nice car, nice jewelry, everything. Like, she could tell he was, you know, he definitely had money. And so they go to the club. His friend's like super nice, not trying to hit on her at all. Okay, 644. I don't have that one. And just a really nice guy. And she's like, wow, I actually like his friends too. Like, dang, you know, check, 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 check. Okay. And so he's ordering drinks. And he orders her a very specific cocktail. And she's like, what's this? And he's like, oh, it's a blah, blah, blah. You guys, it's like a blended, some type of blended special drink. And she's like, what? She goes, did you talk to my friend? He's like, no. She's like, how did you know that I like this drink? And he goes, oh, you like that drink? And she's like, yeah. Now, at this point, her feelies were going off because it's like, it's one thing to like the same songs, right? We all like, well, no, we don't all, but there's a lot of us that meet and we're like, oh my gosh, I love that song too. Or I love that food. Or this is a really good restaurant, right? But her feelies were going off because she's like, wait a second, like everything though, like everything. I'm just checking if this is. Oh, it's the same. Okay. She's like, everything though, like everything, like now it's starting to get weird. So she asked her friend, she's like, did you tell him what I like to drink? And she's like, no, he hasn't even really talked to me. And she's like, okay. And, so, you know, it's kind of one of those things, I think as women too, we have those feelings, but we're kind of like, oh, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I'm making a big deal out of this when it's really not a big deal. And it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence. So, you know, they had a great time. And she went home with her friend. Him and his friend went home. Everything was fine. He calls her for a 4th date. You guys are like, Rami, get to the story. I am, but I have to tell you these types of things so that you get what is happening, what is coming. So they go, where did they go? I hear the sound of my people. It's my washing machine calling me. Come put me in the dryer. They went somewhere and, oh, he picked her up, right? He picked her up and he's like, hey, do you want to go check out my condo? And she's like, I would love to see your condo, because apparently it's like in downtown New York, whatever that means. In like this really like well-off neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. And she's like, I would love to see your condo. And so he had gotten her another gift. Of course, every time they met, he gave her something. So, and by the way, I forgot to leave this out. So every time they would go out, he's like, you're so beautiful. You're the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen. You know, blah, blah, blah. Kind of here and there, right? And it kind of made her uncomfortable a little bit. And he's like, I could totally see you like as my future wife, you know. And she's like, these were warning signs to her, but not too much, because she's like, all of this other stuff, right? And he's like, I could totally see you as my wife. You know, you're just, I love everything about you. I love everything about you. You're like perfect for me. And she's like, okay, you know, you're kind of making me feel uncomfortable. She actually told him that a couple times. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm just trying to be truthful, you know, because you're so beautiful. And she's like, thank you. Look at all of these specials. You can't see them all. Okay, well, you will in a minute. Okay, we're done with this one. And it would make her feel, you know, uncomfortable. And she's just like, wife. She's like, dude, we've been dating for like 2 months. What are you talking about? So, and she really liked him. There was nothing about him that stood out where she was like, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag at the time. So they get to his condo. It is flipping unbelievable. It is just like, she couldn't believe it. It was just over the top, like just ridiculously, you know, wow. Dang. And so he's like, do you want to watch a movie? And she's like, sure. So he puts a movie on and stuff like that, and they're on the couch. Wait, did I get the... Nope, I didn't, but let's go ahead and put a bag in for that one. I was looking at this number, not 777. Okay, shoot, where'd it go? So they're laying on the couch, and he's got his arm around her, and they're both, so they're sitting on the couch, and they're both watching whatever movie this is. And he's like, so, how do you like your new house? And she wasn't even thinking, because like, the way she responded was the way she responded, because it's probably the way I would have responded, and most of us would have responded, or some of us would have responded. She goes, oh, what do you mean? Like, kind of like, she kind of giggled when she said it. Because, I mean, huh? You know, what are you talking about? And he goes, how do you like your new house? Do you like it? And she goes, what are you talking about? And she said, when she said that, the look on his face changed so dramatically, it actually terrified her. And he goes, this is your new house. This is where you're going to live from now on. And she's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'm not going to let you leave. And she was kind of like trying to, I totally get this. She was trying to kind of like soften it, kind of like, let me get prepared to leave. You know, this is starting to become a dangerous situation. So she texted her cousin or somebody, and she's like, you need to come get me right now. Sent the address. They're like, I'm on my way right now. And I just feel like these are different, but I don't think they are. I don't think they are. And she's like, I'm not gonna live here. I have my own apartment. And he's like, not anymore. You're gonna live here. And he had like this really, really creepy look on his face. And she's like, no, I'm not. I'm not living here. I'm not staying here. She's like, I'm leaving right now. So she gets up and she starts running. Oh, I can't get these out of the baggies now. She starts running to the door, and she can hear him running behind her. And he's like 6'4", and she's like 5'2" or whatever. So, you know, there's a huge stride difference there. And he catches up to her and he turns her around and puts his hands on her shoulders, and he's like, you're staying here with me. I'm not letting you leave. And she's like, my cousin is coming right now to come pick me up. I'm leaving. And he's like, no, you're not. And she tried to kind of talk her way, you know, out of the situation. She finally did get into the hallway of the condo area. And they kind of went back and forth again. And he was just like, he was dead serious. Like, dead serious. This one doesn't look like it matches either. Sometimes they do them once they're out of the... No. Oh, I hate doing this, but... So she's in the hallway and she can't see... There's no other doors, like, for other condos. I don't know if it was the penthouse, but usually penthouses have, like, elevators, so I don't know. So she's, like, terrified, and she keeps, like, checking her phone. You know, like, where's her cousin? Where's her cousin? Where's her cousin? And she sees an opportunity, and she runs, and there's a stairwell. She runs down the stairwell, and she immediately dialed 911, and she had it on speaker because he was chasing her, and she had it on speaker. And what she thinks happened, because he stopped chasing her, was that because she had it on speaker and she heard 911, you know, what's your emergency? She thinks he heard that and stopped chasing her. So she called the police. The popo is on the way. And she goes and she stands outside of the condo building out on the sidewalk. Girlfriend, I would have been down the street. Okay, I'm not standing out in front of the side. I'm not, oh, anyway. These girls are young. But, so, she's standing there waiting for the police, waiting for her cousin, waiting for anybody to show up. And, she hears a pounding on a window behind her, and she looks up, and he has a picture of her that he had printed out, and his hands were up against the glass like this, holding the picture out at her. So this girl she was 21. No, she was 22. She was 22. This picture was from her high school graduation. It was her graduation picture from high school. And he's holding it up. Oh, look at all those drills I spilled. It's what it is. And he's holding it, and he's got like this grotesque smile on his face. And she's just so freaked out. The police show up. They take her to the station so she can fill out a police report, because she's like 100 percentile. Yes, I'm filling out a report. Come to find out, this guy So she blocked him on the way to the police department. On the way to the police department, she blocked him on everything. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever platform, obviously the dating site, like everywhere. And she blocked his phone number. Now, according to her, okay, so she filled out the police report, all this kind of stuff. According to her, the next morning when she woke up, she had over 200 missed calls from an unidentified phone number and over 500 voicemails that were saying the most vile, like horrible, disgusting things about her. And she realized this guy had been stalking her Instagram for years and learning everything about her. Oh, geez. And learning everything about every little nuance. So everything about her, He was like, yeah. Can you believe that? I don't know. I don't even know if that's a true story. Some of these things I'm like, is that even a true story? I do have a true story for you though. Are you ready? It's a how to cook tutorial. Don't worry, nothing scary. This isn't a scary. It's not a good story, but it's not a scary story. So in Australia, I think this was a couple years ago, maybe even up to 4 years ago. I'm not sure. I can't remember the dates on stuff, you guys, but I do remember the name of the woman. Her name was Anne Wilkinson. So if you want to look that up, Anne Wilkinson, Australia, you can read the story. It's a thing. So Anne was married with 2 children. And her husband's name was Simon. And they had had an amicable divorce to the point where they even still shared finances, shared custody of the children. Like it was totally fine. Like no issues. Well, yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm just looking for, oh geez, just a second. 833, 834. Okay. Like, am I looking for 921? Yes. And they shared custody, they shared finances, everything. Like, he even did like their taxes and everything for both of them. She had money, not because of him, but she had money. Her grandmother had passed some time ago and had left her with an estate. And then her mother had passed away. And basically this woman was pretty much a millionaire. Okay. All natural causes, nothing weird. So, she didn't have a need for money or a house or anything like that. So I'm assuming that's why the divorce was pretty much amicable, because it was like, you know, she didn't need anything from her husband. So as far as like financial wise, like a lot of true crime goes, right? It's like, oh, that's why they did it. So one day she texts her husband. Okay, now follow along with me, because once you get this, it'll be fine. Her husband, her husband's parents, okay, and his mom's sister and husband, okay? Do you follow me? So it was him, his parents, and his mom's sister and husband, which would have been his aunt and uncle, okay? His aunt and uncle. And she's like, I'm hosting a lunch. I really need everybody to attend. It's very important. I have something that I need to discuss with everyone. So, the aunt, the uncle, the mom, the dad, all were like, absolutely, 100%, yes, we're coming. And the husband texted her and said, I'm sorry, I'm not coming. So their divorce was amicable, but they didn't like you know, they're not having lunch together. They're not like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not going out to dinner or anything like that with each other. So he's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be there. If you would like to tell me something, you know, you can go ahead and text it to me. And she's like, oh, I'm really disappointed that you're not going to come, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, this might be the last time that I ever get to host an event like this. So it's very important for me that you're here. And he never responded to that text. So the day comes, his mom and dad and the aunt and uncle show up. Now, these people are all in their upper 60s, possibly even 70s. Ooh, we're getting tight on this way. Possibly even early 70s. She made beef Wellingtons, individual beef Wellingtons for everyone. So everyone got their own individual beef Wellington. I've never made beef Wellington, but it looks really good. Too bad I'm vegan now, but it looks really good. I bet I can make it for my husband and family. I bet they would really like that. I should look into that. Anyway, so she tells them while they're eating, she's like, the reason why I had you guys come here is I found out that I have stage 4 ovarian cancer. And they're like, what? She's like, yeah. And I don't know if this is the last time that we're all going to be able to get together or not. You know, I wanted you all here with me. You guys are all very important to me. I didn't want the children here because I don't want them hearing this, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh my gosh, you know, I mean, horrible. So they're like, oh no. She's like, mm-hmm. So they have the lunch and everybody leaves. The mom and dad go home and they watch some TV for a couple of hours and they go to bed. The aunt and uncle, I can't remember what they did, but it was something similar. Like they, you know, hung out for a bit or whatever. And then they went to bed. Well, in the middle of the night, at about, well, actually it wasn't in the middle of the night, around 11:30, his dad wakes up and starts vomiting, and he has, you know what else too. And he's like, ugh, you know, like, oh my gosh, I hate that. It's like the worst. And so this goes on for a couple of hours and he's not able to sleep or anything because he it's like horrible. It's like really, really bad. And it gets to the point where he goes to the hospital, and he went to the hospital at about 1 in the morning. Now, I might be getting the times wrong. The times aren't important. Well, kind of, but not really. So he goes to the hospital, and his wife starts vomiting and having issues as well, bathroom issues. The exact same issues that her husband is having. So at about 2:33, she goes to the hospital. Well, this is not a large town. They all lived within the same, I think they call them provinces or whatever. I don't know. Wouldn't you know it, the aunt and uncle show up at the hospital. Now the hospital is like, what's going on? This is 4 people with the exact same symptoms. So one of the doctors asked, at this point, they're still, you know, talking and all this kind of stuff. They don't feel good, but they're still talking. And one of the doctors was like, can you tell us, like, give us a little bit of information? Because, you know, there's 4 of you. You're all related. Like, what's going on? Like, what happened tonight? Or what happened? Well, it was yesterday at this point now. But what happened? And they're like, I don't know. Like, nothing happened. And they're like, okay, tell us where you've been, what you've eaten, everything. Because they were doing blood work. They couldn't find anything. They could just find that, you know, there was a problem, but they didn't know what. And so, I believe it was the dad, because it was the uncle. The uncle was in the best condition. So he was able to tell the hospital his day. And when they realized that the thing that all of them had in common was the lunch at her house. They were like, oh my gosh, we need to contact her because she's going to get sick, right? Like there's something wrong. Like she's going to be sick. Like, let's check on her, because they wanted to make sure she was okay. So they contacted her and she agreed to come into the hospital. And she's like, yeah, you know, I have been feeling a little sick. And they're like, we're going to admit you. And she's like, no, 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 no. I have stuff to do. Like, I don't want to be admitted. Or, oh, wait, shoot. Oops. Oh, they're still in her. She goes, no, no, no. I have stuff to do. I have children. You know, I've got to do this. I've got to do that. And they're like, no, we need to observe you. This is serious. Like, these people are seriously, gravely ill. It got to the point where they had to transfer them to a different hospital, because they literally did not have the resources, and all of them ended up in the ICU. So they observed her they admitted her. She was not happy about it, but they did admit her. I'm going backwards here. All right. Good job sorting these numbers out. And she decided she was going to leave. So against doctor's orders, she decided, I'm leaving. And they were like, no, no, no. If you're going to do that, you have to fill out, like, you know, paperwork, because this is against doctor's orders. And so she had to fill out this paperwork that said, yes, I'm of my free will, own free will, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So she did, and she left. There's camera footage of all of this. So she leaves. So the police come to her house. They go through her phone. They go through her iPad, and they found out that she had visited this site. It's called like iNaturalist or something like that. I don't even know what that is. Well, I do know what it is, because they said it's like, you can look up, like, it's a place where people can post like pictures of plants that they found, and then they geolocate where they found them. Like, oh, look at this fern. If you want to take a look at these ferns, like there's a bunch of them in this area. It's really pretty, you know, innocent stuff that you and I would be like, cool, I want to go look at that fern. Like, seriously. So wait, okay, thank you. 34. Okay. So on this site, there was this post from this guy who had showed 2 locations of death cap mushrooms, Amanita something. I can't remember the name of the poison. And he geolocated them. Well, wouldn't you know it, they checked her phone, and she had been in both of those locations. She had also purchased a dehydrator. Apparently, when you dry them out, it makes them more potent. And so she, long story short, I know you know where I'm going with this. She put that in their food. It was too late. There was nothing that the doctors could do. Massive organ failure on everyone's part. All of them passed away except for one, the uncle. So 3 of them passed away, and then the uncle miraculously, you know, survived. Now, she had even gone so far as to color code the plates. So they all received black plates, but her plate was multicolored. So she could tell the difference between the 2. They also found out that she had been experimenting giving powdered mushrooms to her children in the past. They didn't elaborate on that. I don't know what happened with that or what was going on. So obviously she's arrested, and she goes to trial. And they found the dishes in her dishwasher. She didn't even clean up, y'all. They found the dishes in her dishwasher. They found the dehydrator that she tried to put in the recycle. You know those recycle centers where it's like for appliances? Yeah, it was still there. Her fingerprints were all over it. They found traces of the death cap mushroom in the dehydrator. You know, closed case. So the media was all over her, and they're so polite in Australia compared to our media. Oh my word. I'm like, dang, you guys are like polite. So she goes to trial. Now, she was a very heavy-set woman. Now, don't come for me. The reason why I am bringing that up is because for her defense, because they were like, well, why didn't you get sick? And she said, no, I did get sick. I did. I had, you know, symptoms. And they're like, yeah, but like when we observed you in the hospital and stuff, like you were fine. Like you didn't have, look at how bad this is. I'm starting a new one. This is not okay. So she goes, well, she goes, I don't want, this is really embarrassing. She goes, but I am, do you know that eating disorder that starts with a B where you stick your finger down your throat? Yeah. She said she had that disorder because she was overweight and she was embarrassed about it because she binged. And so that's why she didn't have the symptoms that they did. I'm like, that's actually a pretty good that's actually pretty good, lady. Too late. So you're like, but Raimi, obviously she was sentenced to 3 life sentences plus whatever for the attempted murder. While she was in prison awaiting trial, she also tried to poison one of her cellmates' food. Don't ask me with what. I don't know. But anyway, you're like, but Raimi, she had money. She had an estate. She had her kids. Why? Why would she do this? Why would she do this to his entire family? Plus, she was planning on doing it to him. Why would she do that? Well, in Australia, I am totally not clear on what is going on. But remember I said he did the taxes? Well, he wasn't thinking one time. He literally was not even thinking. And he checked single instead of married on the tax return. And apparently in Australia, if you're single, you don't get like all of these benefits, like, I don't know, child credits, all this kind of stuff. You don't get like a ton of benefits. So she lost out on I'm like, girl, you're a millionaire. But anyway, she lost out on all of these benefits because of that. Like, can you not just fix that? Can you not just go to the IRS department and be like, or whatever they call it, and be like, oops, made a mistake, because we can redact ours. We can change ours, you know? Like, can you not do that? Okay, I don't remember what color this is. We still need to do our specials. So anyway, that's why. Can you believe that? Can you believe that she did it because of that? I was like, what? I was waiting for some bombshell, like, you know, stuff. Like, I don't know what I was waiting. I need to dust this off. Okay, we will not use these if we find our specials. They're going to be in our, yay, see? Okay, I'm going to have to move you back so you can see my drawer. You see it? Yeah. Just ignore me. Ignore what I look like. Man, I just don't understand. Okay, so let's separate these. So AB, AB, AB. Telling you guys, if you buy one of these Captured by Radiance canvases, you get so many specials. It's crazy. Let's start with the ABs first. Okay, glitter. Oh, right. My ABs are up here. I'm not used to this system still. Okay, so red, so 606. Do I have a 606? 600, 608, 666, 602. I think that's it. But, okay, let's do this, though. Oh, no, wait, that's in it. Okay, I'll do it last. 7... It's an orange, 742. So there's 741. So I'm guessing I don't have the 742. No, I don't have that either. 743. And I don't have a 743 either. Okay, so we need 3 jars. That way I don't have to go back and forth. So yeah, I don't know, y'all. Just what... What? Yeah, so my ABs, I use these, right? Yeah, okay. So I need 742. $743. Oh, I checked my email today. I feel so much better. I have been emailing these companies, 2 of them, because I'm like, y'all, I don't see my order. Like, I don't see my order at all. But you guys took my money. Like, where are we at here? Oh my gosh, you guys, am I gonna have to order more stickers? The answer is yes. Okay, 606. Okay, so 742. So let me grab a tray. So yeah, they emailed me back and they were like, oh yeah, no, it's on its way. And I'm like, both companies say, look, I'm not, oh, sorry. I'm not, I mean, thank you for emailing me back. Honestly, thank you, because I was getting nervous. Don't you guys ever get nervous? You're like, wait, where's I spent money. But both companies were like, no, it's on its way. It's fine. And I'm over here like, oops, I'm glad I caught this. Okay, I did 734. I need to do 743. I'm becoming dyslexic. No, I'm not making fun of dyslexic people. I was just saying that I transposed numbers. But both companies were like, oh no, yeah, we see it. It's on your, I'm like, whoa. Okay. My tracking number is like, it literally says that my tracking number, they're like, oh, well, here's your tracking number. I'm like, well, okay, yeah, you sent that to me, but like, I didn't say this to them, but I'm thinking to myself, right, you sent it to me, but it literally says it hasn't even been like sent or received or anything. And they're like, no, it's on its way. I don't know. Maybe they must be able to see more stuff than I can, which makes sense to me. So I love this tray. It's so cute. It comes from Italia Diamante. That's where I got it. If you haven't checked out her palettes, they're really, really nice. I got the Harvest palette. I showcased it on my channel. Super cute. Okay, we're gonna have to rearrange. Not a big deal. So, if you're new here, what I do is I color code my stuff. And I go this way with it. That's why you're like, well, why are there yellows over here? Because it goes this way, right? So I need 3 spots. Because when I'm looking for an enhancement, I don't care about, oh wait, no, this one. I don't care about the number. I care about the color. Is this green? It is green. You can go over there, yellow. Oh, I see what I did. I didn't go over far enough. Yeah, so that's what I do. No, Rami. Yes. Because, like, if I want a purple, I don't know what color or what number purples necessarily are. And the painting might be like, use this color or this number. Well, what if I don't like that number? Huh? Everything bad? What if I don't like it? Okay, and then we need... Oh, I kind of needed to do more than that, didn't I? Okay. All right, let's see. These have to go down. I can't skip them. Okay, purple right here. Blue. Green. this red or pink? Are we getting into pinks? Pinks. Why does it go back into red? I feel like these are red. Oh, they're orange. Yeah. Orange. Yep. This is kind of an, that's a dark pink. Yeah, that's a dark pink. Okay. Dark pink. Is 304? No, 304 is a red. All right, there we go. So our ABs are done. I have plenty of room to expand here. Now we're going to go with the fairy dust. So this is all fairy dust. So it looks like this is all of the fairy dust I have. Feel bad for me, please. Put a sad face. Put a sad face down. I'm just kidding. Oh, we have an empty spot. Why do we have an empty spot? Okay, so let's see what we have. So some of these aren't labeled properly because I just did it from, yeah, we don't have a lot of these. So I have 3827, which would be like a cream color. I have 3825. No, 976. That's a brown. Oh, I do. 976. This is a glitter. Are these fairy dust? Yeah, what? Okay. Okay, this had to be like, what? Okay, these are different colors though. Yeah, these are different colors. So let's get a bottle, and I know I'm going to need a bottle for that one. Oops, wrong drawer. Okay. I have way more square stuff than rounds. So I have like 2666. I have 3 666. They're not even next to each other. That's right. I got to the point with this system that I was so tired of like working on it that I was like, I'm just going to come back to it at another time and redo these. And I just haven't spent the time to do that. I really, in fact, you know what? After this video, I'm just gonna do it. Because none of these are in order. I can see that none of them are in order. Like, do I for sure not have this one? I don't think so. 600. I definitely do not have 600. Okay. Just for now. And then I'll, okay. 600. So I use the hearts for the ABs, and then I use the glittery, sorry if my head keeps getting in the way. I use the glittery stickers from Forever Young or wherever I got them. I think Art Dot has them now or something, for like the glitter. Oh, actually, I'm supposed to be using it for the fairy dust too. Who cares? Okay, 304. Do I have it? No. It's a red. Yep. It can take so long to get your system set up. I mean, I've only been diamond painting for 2 years, but this system is the best system that I have so far that I have found that I personally, me, Raimi, are happy with. Having said that, right? You guys, why? This is glitter. Yeah, these two are glitter. I don't, okay. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I went through glitter. Yeah, you gotta be careful with these glitters and these, well, I do, apparently. See, this is glitter. No. These are so hard to tell. With the browns are hard to tell for me. Okay. These all look fine. It was just those ones. Okay. 741. I have a 740. I can't believe I don't have a, oh wait, no, I'm doing this one. 666, right. And that was the one where I was like, ah. Okay. I don't trust myself. I have to use a tray. I have very shaky hands. We don't need to lose more drills than we need to. Okay, so let's just red, 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 red. That's pink. This is pink. Purple. That's red. Okay, so for now, we're good with the red. Okay, so 741. Okay. Don't have it. Oops. Need 2 more jars. I keep opening the wrong jar. So I'm going to watch some more of those compilations because one of the reasons why I really like them, it's just mind numbing, first of all. But also, I don't have to look at the screen. I don't have to look at the screen. So, you know. This is peachy pink, I guess. I don't know. Sorry about that. A spammer was trying to call me. And apparently when that happens, my phone shuts off. Okay. I mean, it doesn't shut off. Don't freak out. No. They're not getting into my phone. I'm saying my video stops. I was like, why did my video stop? 3820, what? 3827 says I have it. Well, that doesn't mean much. 3827. Ooh. Right here. Yeah, like, don't freaking call me when don't they know I'm recording for you guys right now? How dare they? How dare you? I was like, what? This is like a very light brown, I would say. Like, I don't know, it's almost like a cream color. So let's just fix this brown, this purple, oh, very green, green, yellow, blue, purple. Well, actually this is blue, purple, blue, browns, lots of browns, blacks. What's this one? Kind of a lilac. I'll go with blue on that one. Okay, so we need to do pinks. This is a pink. Oranges. Don't let me forget any. See, it just takes a second to do this, but in my mind, I'm like, it's just going to take me forever. I don't want to do it right now. I'd rather be diamond painting. blue. This is in between blue and purple, so light purple, darker purples. Then we're getting into these weird like beiges, I guess. I don't know. And then browns. Okay, now let's move you back so you can see. So it's super easy. What I love is you just take it and you just put it in. Now my oranges, my rounds don't have as much as my, I'll do it down here, as my squares. Okay, so these are all, this is red. Okay, these aren't color coded either. So I need 3. So black, gray. That's kind of a gray, I guess. I don't know. Brown. This is glitter. Oh, these were pretty much in order. Yeah, these were in order. Yep. Is this an orange? It is. Girl, you've got to move. Okay. Yeah, that's an orange. Okay. I don't know, it's kind of, this is kind of purpley though, isn't it? It kind of is. Let's do that. Okay. And then over here, I've got, this is, Shirley came up with this. It's like the individual stuff, the individual like little, like the specialty ones. And then these are really, really special ones. So like there's metallics over here, but these are all from DP with Sparklers. So I have like the name of them on here, and I have not done anything with that. And I have a ton more of that to come, as you all know if you've been watching my channel. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for helping me kit down Simon. I am so excited. I have another project I am starting on. I am thrilled. Yeah, I'm super excited. So, hey, if you haven't yet, hit that like and share and subscribe button, and I will see you later, loves.